We begin tonight with breaking news. 13 Your Sign has confirmed the state attorney general's office will release a report soon about its investigation into a priest who is part of the Diocese of Grand Rapids for more than a decade. Several women are accusing that West Michigan Catholic priest of inappropriate behavior, but the Michigan Attorney General says her office cannot file charges against him. 13 Your Sign's Callie Lichter spoke with one of the alleged victims today. Callie, what can you tell us about this investigation?
Elena, the victim we spoke to was emotional as she detailed how the priest's harassment alienated her from her community and the church she loved.
Robbed of her Catholic faith.
I believe in God and love Jesus, but he's robbed me of the Catholic faith because of what he's done. The diocese would not listen to me.
That's how one victim feels after she says Father Peter Amogo, former priest of St. James Catholic Church in Montague, repeatedly touched her inappropriately in a sexual manner. An 18-page report by the Michigan Department of the Attorney General details years of alleged improper conduct and sexual harassment by Amogo dating back to the early 2010s. One of those women, whose identity we're protecting by not using her name and obscuring her voice, shared her story with 13 on Your Side.
I was relieved that he's gone. Right now I'm disgusted.
The woman says she was close with Amogo, having him in her family's home for meals, taking him to doctor's appointments, and helping him send out Christmas cards. On one instance, she says he became angry and slammed his fist down, which made her cry.
He lifted me up and he put both hands on my face and he kissed me on the lips and he says, "I'm sorry," kissed me on the lips, "I love you," kissed me on the lips, "I would never do anything to hurt you."
In other instances, she claims he would grab her hand when she and her husband would give him rides, kiss her, and grope her. 13 on Your Side called and texted a phone number with a 616 area code associated to Amogo's charity asking for a statement about the allegations, but have not heard back. The woman says she spoke with leaders of the Diocese of Grand Rapids, but for years she wasn't taken seriously.
The diocese knew about this and they didn't protect me. Thus, all these other horrific things have happened. I'm more angry with the diocese.
On May 2nd of this year, after more women came forward with similar claims, the diocese website posted that Amogo was recalled to his diocese in Nigeria, his home country, by his bishop, and that he had resigned from his duties in West Michigan. In an emailed statement to 13 on Your Side, the Diocese of Grand Rapids says they were made aware of unwanted contact between Amogo and an adult in 2017, but he was ultimately allowed to remain in active ministry. When the diocese was made aware of new allegations in December 2024, they say he was suspended from ministry for the duration of the investigation. They say he is currently a priest in Nigeria, he has no ecclesiastical connection with the diocese in Grand Rapids, and he cannot be a priest with this diocese.
They wronged me and now I'm not a Catholic anymore. I can't trust it.
Now in counseling, she is reframing the interactions between her and the man she once considered a brother.
I feel that I was used, I was blind. I want to say naive, but my counselor said, "No, you were not naive, you were just groomed, and this is the kind of person I am. I take everybody in, you know? Anyone needs help, I help them."
Other women have allegations against Amogo in the report, ranging from repeated sexual assault to being groped in the confessional. Testimony from 3 witnesses who observed alleged harassment is also included in the report, which is due to be released next week. At this time, the Attorney General's investigation into Amogo is closed, saying in part, in some cases, the alleged victims did not wish to move forward. In other cases, the applicable statute limitations had run, and with regards to allegations, it was believed that the department would be unable to meet its burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that Father Amogo was guilty of any crime.
All right, Kelly, thank you. And if you have information about the Catholic Church that you think would help the Attorney General's office, you can call the investigation hotline, that number right there on your screen. You can also submit an anonymous tip on the Attorney General's website.